Alright, hello. Welcome back to another episode of my team, and as you can see, we are heading to Sao Paulo for another sprint weekend. And as you can see, it's looking like it's going to be raining at the start of it. So, it's going to be a bit of rain at the start of the sprint race, and then it's going to be sunny afterwards. But then for the race, it's just going to be a mixture of cloud and sun. So, we're keeping things short. Our upgrades did come, and the rest of the resource points we are saving. We did make a couple of upgrades, and the rest will be saved in that. But yeah, alright. I don't know what to say. Let's just get to it. Just get this done and dusted quickly, and yeah, bah.
Well, the weather is not looking good today. We're expecting the downpours to continue into today's sprint. And this will make for some very tricky conditions for all the teams. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, and Norris, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Ricciardo, and Esteban Ocon, Bottas, Magnussen, Sebastian Vettel, and Mick Schumacher, Albon, Stroll, Yuki Tsunoda, and Oscar Piastri, Gasly, ZHOU, Latifi, and Surfer Boy. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. Here we go then, the formation lap is underway ahead of today's sprint. As all the cars take their positions on the grid, the final preparations have been made, and all that's left is for the drivers to deliver on track.
Okay, here we go then for the sprint race. 5 red lights, and we are underway. Pretty decent start off the line. The team be covering us there. We're gonna absolutely send it. I don't know how the air are gonna be like in the wet. Here comes the Tiki now. So we only made one place. Look, Gasly behind us now. We need to absolutely send it. And we do on Tsunoda and the Tiki now. Meanwhile, Oscar Piastri is battling with Albon. We thought about making him do it. It wasn't really going to work. These two are going to cost each other time. Oh shit. Oh my god, quick what? I thought my components have changed. I literally changed them last time. What do you mean? Alright. So we're going to be losing power pretty much. I thought my components changed already. Okay, they might in the race. I really don't know. It's decent, but yeah, I don't know. We need to make up more positions.
Yellow flag.
Oh, it's a yellow flag. Where?
Okay, be aware
Oh.
there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags.
What's happened here? Lando is out of the sprint. Oh, reliability for Lando is just so bad. But that's an extra place. Look at the lead that Charles Leclerc has on the two Mercedes up ahead. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is Gasly doing? Oh. Latifi and Gasly getting a bit. Wait, how did we get damage on the right side of our wing? How does that make any sense? Here comes Gasly now. That straight line speed is atrocious. We're going to think of sending it down the inside when we do so.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
What was I saying? Lap 5 enters. I thought you said drives were faster.
Green flag.
Oh, it's the yellow flag. What has happened in the back there with Gasly? What the hell is going on?
Check your MFD for a
Oh,
new
for
strategy
fuck's
option.
sake.
Copy
Alright.
that.
We're going to box this lap then. We're going to trust our engineer. And Latifi is following us into the pits as well. I wonder if he's thinking the same thing. Is our team going to change our front wing? I'm assuming so. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Alright. So we're definitely going to lose time. Alright, we're on the soft tires.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Alright, so this might be our chance to hopefully make back some positions. But since we're this far back, I doubt it, and we literally have such cold tyres. But Leclerc is staying out. Our front tyres are absolutely stone cold. Our teammates in the pits now. Right, on the start finish straight.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Starting our final lap of the sprint race. Been pretty shit to be fair.
Our gap to the car in front is 2.3 seconds.
Charles Leclerc wins the sprint race with a massive lead ahead of the Mercedes. Anyway, round the final corner. We're going to pretty much finish in P20. Hasn't really been a good race. Good sprint race, should I say. We're put on low fuel mode because we just put enough, but that's P20. And that's where we're going to start.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
And with that, another year of Formula One draws to a close, and a new World Drivers' Champion is declared. Another entrant.
Charles Leclerc already wins the championship.
Of the sport's most incredible drivers.
Wow. Well done.
So then, Ferrari have now moved out of sight and out of reach. It's another triumph for the Italian team as they claim the World Constructors' Championship. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. With the sprint wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
Well done. Didn't expect that. But Charles Leclerc wins the 2022 championship. Hopefully that will happen in real life. But yeah, I completely forgot. that Leclerc can still have a chance to win, especially in the sprint race. But yeah, Charles Leclerc wins the championship. The Tifosi will be happy and he could bring that trophy back to Maranello. But yeah, simply lovely. Love that. Alright, let's get to the race and hopefully we can do a better result than this.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. ZHOU lines up on pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, Daniel Ricciardo, and Russell. Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Verstappen, and Esteban Ocon. Tsunoda, Mick Schumacher, Alex Albon, and Latifi. Magnussen, Hamilton, they've taken a grid penalty. Pierre Gasly and Oscar Piastri. Norris, Vettel, Surfer Boy, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Valtteri Bottas begins the race from the back of the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the run down into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
What the fuck? Well then, ZHOU on pole position because most of the grid had penalties, but still, what the fuck? I didn't expect to see that shit. That is actually fucking wild. Alright, here's the main event. Hopefully it'll be a good race. Obviously we did get to change our components, thank God, because otherwise we would have been pretty much screwed, but alright. Hopefully this is going to be an exciting race, but let's just get underway.
The formation lap gets underway then, and it's going to be interesting today to see how the dry conditions could affect the lifespan of the tyres. So as all the cars take their positions on the grid, the teams will be hoping their strategies pay off for them in today's race. The question I'm asking is which teams have got it right, which ones have got it horribly wrong?
Alright, here we go then for the Brazilian Grand Prix. 5 red lights! And we are underway for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Pretty decent start off the line. Blocking off Bottas. Meanwhile, Oscar Piastri thinking of making me pass Hamilton. And thinking of Kevin Magnussen and Alex Albon. What a start from Piastri. We're thinking of joining pass. Trying to come with Albon as a side by side. He just has that straight line speed, but the AI has intense straight line speed. We go very deep into that corner. Albon getting past Magnussen. We're thinking of making the move. We're gonna go for it. And we get past. We're gonna absolutely send it on Alex Albon. We need to go full attack mode. We did say that in the sprint, but that went horribly wrong. But now that we're in dry conditions, it's more of a chance. Meanwhile, Piastri side by side of Latifi, Tsunoda side by side of Schumacher up ahead. So these guys are going to slow each other down, which is going to help us in a way. We get past Nicholas Latifi. So me and Piastri getting flyers of a start. We get that stitch and we're thinking of making a pass.
That start was okay, now stay alert.
But we had no room, switching to the outside. Piastri's still going to hold it off there, but not putting much of a fight. Don't want to be like the Ferraris in 2019. Our battery's already draining. It's already the end of lap 2. But we are gaining on Schumacher now. Charles Leclerc's heading the fastest lap. Can we think of making a move down the inside on Schumacher?
DRS enabled.
We're sending it. We get past up into P12. We're gonna absolutely send it on Alonso. Catch him by surprise, and we're up into 9th place.
Good job. Nice overtake.
Question is, how long are these two up ahead? Gonna hold out. Ocon seems to be pulling away.
Mind that front wing is going to need replacing if it takes too much damage. Tyre condition still looking good.
Look at the crazy stitching we are getting. Max Verstappen setting the fastest lap. We're going to make Zhou go defensive. We're going to switch to the outside.
Teammate behind is 4.0 seconds.
We're thinking of doing it around the outside. We make that move stick. Do we get DRS? Yes, we do. Alonso getting past Guan Yu Zhou as well. But Lance Stroll also thinking of making the same move. It's crazy how far back Zhou was, and even Magnussen I think was trying to get past. Or was that Schumacher? I don't know. It's sold up into 8th. We are going to get DRS here. Using all of our ERS. Hopefully we can get past Schumacher. Stroll has no DRS.
Box, we're coming in this lap.
We're going to absolutely send it, making a risky move. If we get past both of them, both me and Schumacher, our pit window is open finally. Both has to get past. No. Sorry.
Our gap to the car in front is 10.7 seconds.
Okay, now I can say both Hasses almost got past. Magnussen is now ahead of Stroll. And there goes Hamilton in the background. Trying to get into the action. He's just stuck on a roadblock right now. We're going to go into the pit. Schumacher staying out. Interesting.
And it looks like the pit crew are out in the lane and ready to perform their magic on the car. They're going to be aiming to achieve the fastest pit stop time possible.
It doesn't look like we have damage. Pretty decent pit stop. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have damage. Only on our nose, not the end plates. We are ahead of Hamilton, but behind Alonso. We have to brake so early because, as we know, come out of the pits with cold hards, literally, it's a nightmare. You're going to be an absolute boat for a lap. Going to be pretty close out of the exit. We do just about get past Schumacher, but here comes Lewis Hamilton now with DRS. He's thinking of making a move down the inside, and he makes it successfully. What the fuck? Through goes Hamilton! Oh my god. Alright.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Alright, final lap of the race. It's been a pretty long race. And already the top three are about to approach the start finish line.
In front is 15.4 seconds.
As Sergio Perez wins the Brazilian Grand Prix from Max Verstappen. take the fastest lap. These tyres are done. Literally. Our front tyres are absolutely finished.
Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
Alright, but round the final corner on the straight, you come and finish in 10th for one single point, which is very needed.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Victory for the team from Milton Keynes then, after a quality performance. Tell me, Ant, how do they manage to achieve this win?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
I have to give it to Surfer Boy. Look at where they finished compared to where they started. It's not easy to cut through the field like that in Formula One, so it was a great effort.
The Constructors' Championship may be a foregone conclusion at the moment, but regardless, let's look at the standings. So then, Ferrari have now moved out of sight and out of reach. It's another triumph for the Italian team as they claim the World Constructors' Championship. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One, so be sure to join us for the next one.
Whoa, what an interesting weekend. We are 7 points behind McLaren, so in the final race, if we finish ahead both McLarens, we could possibly get 6th in the Constructors' Championship. And if we also finish ahead of Alonso, we could possibly grab 8th in the drivers, so that's looking quite interesting. But yeah, Charles Leclerc wins the sprint, Perez wins the race. Pretty solid overall weekend. Leclerc in P2, George Russell getting a podium, Max Verstappen getting the fastest lap, and we managed to get a point. Where did our teammate finish? Our teammate finished 19th. Schumacher finishes last. ZHOU from starting on pole to P21. But yeah, pretty interesting race. Latifi finishing ahead of Albon. But yeah. Alright.